Hello YouTube, Palworld Tides of Terraria released literally like 5 minutes ago, and there is so much new content, there's so much to cover. I'm going to be taking you guys through the patch notes, and I'll have the trailer running in the background just so that I have some visuals, because I actually haven't played at all yet. I'm too busy getting this video out for you guys. Okay, we're going to go straight in. The first new thing added is there's 6 new armors and 7 new weapons. So we already know we have the hallowed armor sets, and that's probably a good 4 out of the 7 armor pieces. There might be more. There might be some other Terraria armor we don't know about yet, but we know it's in the game. It's up to you guys to find it. And in regards to the weapon, we know about the Terra Prisma, we know about the Vortex Speeder, we know about the Night Glow, and once again, there's probably other weapons that we haven't had a look at, but I'm going to leave that to you guys. And if you see it in the trailer that I'm playing on screen right now, make sure to put a comment down below just to let me know, because I haven't played. I want to get to playing, but I got to cover the patch notes first. The next thing is that it was teased in the trailers and in the previous releases, but now it's finally confirmed. We have a new unique dungeon that features enemies from Terraria. I'm guessing this is probably the slimes or the eyeballs, and you can collect materials in the dungeon to create equipment from the world of Terraria. Now, I really think this is for the hallowed armor set, you know, all those glowing crystals we found in the caves. This is probably where we find it, and you can see here there's a lot of obstacles you gotta cover. It's really raising the difficulty a little bit, but honestly, I feel like we'll be fine. The next little bit of info is that I'm sure most of you saw this coming. Moonlord is 100% confirmed now. Just look at the trailer. He's in the game. He's probably a raid boss. I feel like some of you guys are fighting him right now, but yeah, he's in the game. Now, the next bit of news is that we knew this was coming, but fishing is finally confirmed. You can craft a fishing rod and bait to catch new pals in the ocean. To start fishing, cast your rod in water where you can see fish shadows. The second bit of this is there's now a salvage system. So when you ride on water pals and use the fishing rod, you can actually salvage supplies at the bottom of the sea. You can collect ores salvaged from the ocean floor to strengthen your weapons. I feel like this is kind of related to the Terraria weapons. There's probably ores you can only fish for to craft it. So just my theory. Let me know in the comments if it's actually like that in game. The next note is about 3 brand new islands. So there's gonna be a new tropical island, an iceberg island, and a shipwreck island. You can find brand new pals on these new islands, and you can capture them, breed them, honestly do whatever you want with them. If you were paying attention at the start, you can even sleep with them. Now, I don't have the exact locations right now. I feel like if you just go in game, you can probably explore yourself. I was told that it's likely in the top right corner right now for the expansion, so let me know if that's true in the comments. That'd be a great help to me. I'll probably discover it tomorrow when I actually start playing. Moving on, we got 2 new missions. So we now have a mission system, and we have Zoe's special mission. Now, for the mission system, you can now find and accept missions around the Galapagos Islands. You can help the islanders and get rewards. I feel like this is just like an NPC quest. I just feel like for Zoe in particular, she has a specific quest where if you gain her trust, you can recruit her as an ally. And so it's probably a bit different from just regular islanders. Her trust mechanic is different, and it's a new feature. Speaking of the trust mechanic, what it is that if you spend more time with your pal, you'll have more trust, and if you have more trust, the stats will be increased of the pal, or in this case, it'll probably be Zoe. The weaker a pal's original stats are, the greater the trust adjustment will be, so even weaker pals will be able to shine, which I think this is huge, because a lot of you guys have been complaining that your favorite pals are way too weak. Well, now with this trust mechanic, their stats are actually boosted. The more trust you have with them, I'm assuming the more you use them. And so, there you go. Something's been glaring out at me. It's been standing out this whole entire time, and that's that you can now sleep together with your pals. After a hard day of farming and battling bosses, you and your pals can take a hard-earned rest together, which is kind of crazy to me, because as you can see in these clips, you can sleep with any of your pals in that even includes Zoe. Pocket Bear has been listening to all our demands because this is crazy. You get to sleep with your companion, which is, and like, I don't know how the community is gonna react to this. Let me know how you reacted to it because this is crazy. And just wait, there's more. There's now treasure maps. You can use treasure maps to find the location of hidden treasures and obtain valuable items. I feel like this is probably related to Terraria being treasure chests because currently we have Palworld chests already. But with the treasure chest, I feel like there's more variety now. It could be hidden in the ocean, it could be hidden in a shipwreck, it could be hidden in a dungeon. And because it's called the Tides of Terraria update, it's got to have something to do with the new weapons. Like if it says valuable, that's the connection my brain makes. Anyways, moving on. In this trailer, we got to see the new settlements and the new expansion into the NPCs, the tower bosses, and their factions. According to the patch notes, there's now enemy bases. So enemy factions now build bases just like players. They're on high alert and will defend it with their lives. But if you manage to raid them successfully, you can obtain new blueprints for buildings related to that faction. I feel like this is similar to how the oil rig works, but I don't really know what they mean by blueprints. Maybe they mean blueprints related to their specific gear, like maybe shinobi armor, or maybe, I don't know, a treehouse. Honestly, a treehouse blueprint actually seems pretty reasonable. I think I saw it somewhere in the trailer or in one of the teasers that was a thing. But yeah, the next thing is that there's a settlement overhaul. These two are kind of related because Palworld has made the settlements larger and feel more lived in. There's also many mission NPCs now to meet. So this is probably related to the factions, as you can see in the background, the 3 images of what we were given in the trailer. There's probably stories now, lore to deal with each of these factions, missions to solve, rewards to get. Honestly, they're building on the world and it's amazing. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, but the level cap has now been increased from level 60 to 65. I thought they'd increase it by 10, but they only increased it by 5, which is more than enough, but still, it is what it is. Okay, so for the next part, new buildings and new building material, I'm actually so excited because the very first one is a PAL surgery table. By using various implants, you can now overwrite your PAL's passives, and you can also change the gender of your PALs here. Holy shit, Pocket Bear, you listen to our complaints, you listen to what we want, and you actually execute and implement it. Like, congrats, this is amazing. We all wanted this, and now it's in the game. Guys, give Pocket Bear your money. The other buildings are also really nice as well. We now have a fishing pond where you can relax and catch some fish from the comfort of your base. And this kind of has me thinking, will I be able to get rewards if I were to fish in my base instead of the ocean? Like, would I still get the ores, the valuable ores? I don't know. As for the Hexalite quartz mine, yes, we did know, of course, it's the same pattern. Thank you, we appreciate it. Moving on, there's a large incubator now, which can hatch multiple eggs at the same time. I feel like this is still below the electric egg incubator. It's just one level higher than the single incubator that's not electric. Just for visuals, by the way, I feel like that's the pond in the middle where the shiny dew mud is. And then to the left of it, you can kind of see the large egg incubator, and to the right, I feel like that's the PAL surgery table, and right above that is the Hexalite mining. What is that called? Hexalite quartz mine. As for the PAL box control device, which is a terminal that allows you to access your PAL box from anywhere in the base, it makes PAL swapping during raid battles more efficient. This is honestly a really great addition. Really good quality of life improvement for when you're doing raids, and I just have it zoomed in on screen right now. I believe this is what it is. For the new building material, clean, decorate your base with futuristic floors and walls with this new building set. I've zoomed in on what I think this would look like. From what I've seen in the trailer, this seems to be that. I know my friend Crimson Builds is gonna have a heyday with this. They're gonna have so much fun building new structures using this scheme. Once again, another mechanic, which is Turbulence. You can find unusual air turbulence around the world and use it to jump high into the sky. Where I see this really playing a role is probably in this dungeon right here, or Palworld might be taking something from Genshin Impact's book and forcing you to have to jump or find a way to jump to get those Lift Monk effigies, which honestly doesn't, now that I think of it, isn't that viable because we have flying pals. But for the dungeon though, it's probably relevant. Y'all know how I mentioned we're getting new weapons as well in addition to armors? Well, here they are. We're getting a new charge rifle, an energy shotgun, and an overheat rifle. So I think these are in addition to the Terraria guns. We're also getting a boost gun and a PAL recovery grenade. These two are weapons for tamers who want to support their PAL. Lastly, there's new item types, which are whistles and growth acceleration bell, and new food recipes. The charge rifle is probably, as the name suggests, a rifle you have to charge. Energy shotgun is probably like our current laser rifle, but it's a shotgun version. And then overheat, I don't know. This is giving me sniper vibes, so maybe it's a sniper. Boost gun, this is probably like a stim for your pals. Power recovery grenade is probably similar to a revival potion, but you can throw it and revive them. I don't know. And then whistles and growth acceleration and the food recipes, these will definitely help when we're trying to buff our pals. To be honest, I really don't know what the whistles and growth bell are supposed to achieve. If you guys have tested it already, let me know again. I would love to know. You can probably leave a comment, that'd be amazing. For all you arena lovers, there's actually a new section for arena as well in the patch notes. There's now a single player challenge mode that has been added. You can raise your rank by facing off against fierce warriors of the Galapagos Island. You can get various rewards with the battle tickets you receive when you win. You can also now set rules in the arena, such as banning certain pals. A public pal box has been added at the entrance by the arena so all players can use it, and an arena spectator function has been added in multiplayer. For those of you that do want to explore this function more and are bored of the classic survival experience, the arena is for you, and now it seems like there's a ranked mode. I'm gonna probably have to test this out just to see how it works, but it sounds really fun. As for mechanic adjustments, they have now added equipment durability to game settings. So I feel like now we don't have to go and repair all our equipment all the time. Like if a pickaxe breaks, if your armor breaks, you can adjust that in the in-game settings. So maybe you can even make it unbreakable, which is kind of OP. And also you can read the rest. That was the only one I really want to talk about. For the balance adjustments, there are certain ones I wanted to highlight as well. The first one is that some aggressive enemies have been made friendly. So less aggressive pals, which is nice. And pal skill cooldowns will tick down even if they're not summoned, which is better now because instead of relying on only one pal, you can rotate through your party, and while they're rotating, their skills are being refreshed. So you kind of got an infinite thing now. The other one was that you can now get your work affinity books again because it's been refreshed as with every update, so you can talk to the PAL critics or bounty hunters, whatever they're called, and they'll give you missions. They're reset. You can get more of those work affinity books. I'm sure y'all can read the rest. You guys got eyes. I'm not going to cover it too much because I have to go to sleep and I gotta wake up in 3 hours, but in addition to pals now being able to swim and having their respective animations, there's also new skins. So during our first year anniversary, we actually got to vote on our favorite pals, and those pals would get skins. Those ended up being Crown Chillet, Cyber Jetragon, and Desert King Anubis. I'm just gonna put it on screen right now in the background so you guys have an idea. If you ask me what my favorite is, personally, I think Jetragon looks cool as fuck. His color scheme is entirely blue now. Honestly, they all look really cool, especially Anubis. He looks like an actual Egyptian god now with that robe. It looks so elegant, so rich, so green. Moving on, we actually have brand new active skills, a lot of them actually. Here's the full list, and there's also new passive skills. As to what each of these do, I feel like I should leave this to the PAL Professor or like Palworld Raids to go through all of that research. I'm not the guy for that. But as for passive skills, I think that for every tier, new skills have been added. From what I've seen and heard, there's gray ones, there's gold ones, and most notably, there's new rainbow passive skills like the one I put on screen right now. King of Waves boosts your movement speed by 50% in water, which is kind of crazy. I'm really looking forward to what Palworld has come up with this time, and how many new rainbow skills there are that I can use to pal max all my pals. It's going to be so fun breeding them, and in addition, there's now a pal surgery table, so everything's going to take a lot less time. I'm hyped. The last thing I want to cover before just copy pasting the rest of the patch notes are the UI new features. So mainly quality of life. There's now an easy bulk storage feature which conveniently stores all materials in any chest around your base with the click of one button. There's also changed specifications to automatically select materials in bulk for the PAL condensation UI. You can also now set and quickly select your current PAL presets from the PAL box UI. And finally, all neutral enemies now have green HP gauges, and only aggressive or hostile enemies have red HP gauges. The one I'm excited for is the PAL condensation UI, condensing UI. I hate spam clicking all of them. This is probably going to help a lot. But there you go. I've covered all of the main points in the patch notes. Here are the rest of them. I'm just going to put it on screen right now. They're pretty small, but I'm going to go to sleep now because I think I'm only going to get like 3 hours of sleep. Oh, I'm so fucked for tomorrow. I can't wait to come home tonight and start gaming though. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed, and enjoy the new Tides of Terraria update.